I'm on the island of Rishi, 50 kilometers off the coast of Wakkanai, the northernmost point in Japan. Behind me is the mountain the island's named for. Now today, my plan is to take a look around this island. I've got a motorbike, I've got a little time. The weather has played a role. There's been some very intense rain, which has caused a little bit of a delay getting started. So let's hop on the motorbike and see what's out there. And there she is. You can get 70 miles to the gallon on this hog.
Rishiri Island sits about 20 kilometers off the coast of northwestern Hokkaido, or about 100 kilometers from the southern tip of Sakhalin Island, east of the Russian Far East. It's a small island with a little over 5,000 permanent inhabitants. Historically, Rishiri was a fishing island with over 20,000 residents living and working on the island at its peak in the 1930s. As local fish stocks declined, so too did its population, to the point where the island's economy is now reliant on tourism and near-shore kombu seaweed farms. Rishiri is a volcanic island rising 1,721 meters out of the Sea of Japan, near the channel between Wakkanai and Sakhalin, leading to the Sea of Okhotsk. Both the volcano and the island share the same name, a name originating in the Ainu language meaning high island or island with a high peak. The island is a little over 60 kilometers in circumference. There are two main towns on the island, Rishiri and Rishiri Fuji. The coastal road around the island is lined with houses in various states of occupation, making up small communities or villages along the coastal landscape. The interior of the island is almost entirely free of permanent human habitation, and there are no through roads in the interior. Rishiri, together with its sister island Reibun, form the Rishiri Reibun Sarubetsu National Park. Reibun Island, 10 kilometers to the northwest, is quite close but has a very different landscape and geology. Reibun's highest peak is 490 meters, less than a third as high as Rishiri's. Its population is also significantly smaller, with only 2,352 permanent residents in 2022. The island has few trees, rolling hills, and almost no shade. Like Rishiri, its main industries are tourism and kombu farming. Its main draw is the numerous nature walks through the island's interior, with gentle grassy hills and picturesque landscapes. Aquatic residents on the coast also have their fans.
So this plaque behind me commemorates Ranald MacDonald.
MacDonald was born at Fort Astoria in 1824, the son of a Scottish fur trader and a Native American woman from the Chinook tribe. At an early age, he moved from Fort Astoria in Oregon country to Fort Vancouver in what is now Vancouver, Washington. He began work at a bank, but unsatisfied, he soon quit and signed on as a sailor on the whaling ship Plymouth in 1845. 3 years later, off the coast of Hokkaido, he convinced the captain to set him adrift on a small boat. He came to shore pretending to be shipwrecked, where he was met by local Ainu on Rishiri Island. He was passed into the custody of the local daimyo, and due to the isolationist policy of Japan, he was sent to prison in Nagasaki. While in prison, he taught English to 14 samurai, including Moriyama Ienosuke, who is considered a language genius. MacDonald spent just 7 months imprisoned on Nagasaki before leaving on a passing American warship. However, the men MacDonald taught would go on to act as translators when Admiral Matthew Perry arrived to force open Japan in 1853.
So it's interesting. MacDonald comes to Japan, pretends to be shipwrecked, gets arrested, teaches students while he's under arrest. Some of his students then become interpreters when Commodore Perry comes to force open Japan. So, in a way, MacDonald played a crucial role in Japan opening up, and as the plaque states here, in the modernization of Japan. I'm sure that's not what MacDonald set out to do when he left his hometown in Oregon. I made it to the southern tip. Behind me, the mountain, which you can see everywhere, and also a lighthouse. Some peculiar stones here. Not sure what those are all about. There are a bunch of them. Some here on the ground. More on this table here. They look to be stones from the beach. Nice water, but I don't think I'd want to be entering from here. Over there would be the main island of Hokkaido, the city of Wakanai, Cape Soya, just on the other side. So I stopped in the small town of Oniwaki. Very quiet. Different kind of family mart here. This is the Rishiri Kombu store I wanted to stop at on the southern tip of the island. Unfortunately, it's closed. Should have got here a little earlier. But Rishiri is known for its kombu production. They used to produce a lot of fish, I believe it was herring, but those fish stocks have been reduced. So now they're primarily a kombu producer. And kombu is a type of seaweed. It's used in various Japanese dishes. I love it. I actually picked up some kombu soy sauce earlier today that I'm very excited to try out.
Well, our time on Rishiri has come to a close. And what better way to end the day than a sunset drive through these beautiful rustic houses and coastal communities. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on down the road.